So hey, what's going on? I had an interesting conversation with a person from my group, a member of my group, today about just things, just topics, mostly the group, then the community, community's mindset, and one thing, excuse me, that I think we merged sentence with, we merged it, was creativity, creativity, and how it's stifled. So he was trying to say we need more fun, positive ways in the group to make it more attractive to people around in the community. And I was like, oh, I agree. But in a way, when you look at people in their face when you walk by, they don't have that. Yeah, they just won the lottery or they just got something like a material item. They're happy because now it's like, yay, my life's changed. But when it's just like, hello, good afternoon, good morning, you're like, oh yeah, hey, like it. And I used to act like that when I was in high school too. When I get on the train to go to school, but now I notice it more and more. But I was trying to tell him. Well, I'm not trying to tell him, but I told him, and we both agreed on it. Was that at a young age, I was like, I brought up children. I was like, look at children at a young age. You know, they're happy. They're just spontaneous. They're just being kids, right? They're innocent and pure. They're just free. And then as time goes on, their parent tells them what not to do, what to do, what they don't like. When their parent get angry, they don't know how to handle it, and the kid sees it. So the kid goes like, why is my parent so stressed? Not even stressed, but why is my parent just doing that? They should be doing what I'm doing, having fun. And as that happens, especially with the indoctrination into the educational system, with the school, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, all those grades and stuff, you notice how over time that happiness with that children from kindergarten to pre-K, it dwindles. Some people just work through it and go, I'm gonna be happy. But deep down, a lot of people are just like, fuck. I even brought up the example talking to class. I brought up the example of work. How many people do you know on a Sunday? Just say they got a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. How many people do you know on a Sunday go, yes, I can't wait to go back to work. Like, yes, go to work so early in the morning. I can't wait to do it. Like, how many people do you hear that are excited to go to work? That bullshit job or that job early in the morning. Just you don't hear it a lot, right? You appreciate the benefits, but you don't like to work. And I talked to him, and I figured out while we were talking. I was like, I thought about this, and I was like, wait a second. I've noticed that people learn better when they're having fun. They do. Like you don't. Do you learn better when you just copy? The high school teacher or your elementary school teacher tells you to sit down, put your book bag on your back of your seat, take out your notebook, write the LO, write the little sentence thing about what we're going to do today, write your name, write the date, write the top of the school, the top of your page. Is that sound any fun? No. So you have more fun when you're learning, or AKA you're free to do what you want to do, right? Now, I thought about. I'm going to get back into the conversation about what I was talking about later, but I want to say this before I forget it. Is that I think that as Americans, well, not Americans, but just people in the world, the majority of us, we run away from our problems. We don't tackle them head on. I'm not a therapist. I know. You know. But I think that's true. We really do run away from our problems. We don't take them head on. And because, I don't want to say because of this, but what I think may be part of the cause of it is that, like I said, when as a kid you're having so much fun and you're free, and I mean I don't know, you're pure as a kid. You're pure. You're not rotted yet. You're not rotted out and decrepit in terms of like your soul and your mental status. But as you grow up, you just get this type of this coat. This dark coat that everyone, a lot of people have, but it doesn't make you feel good. Because I also told them that, hey, we're mirrors. So if I'm at a deli and you're fixing my food and you're like, hey, what's going on, chief? What's going on, boss? What you want? I'm like, oh yeah, I want that. Got it. And as he's cooking it, he's just talking to me. Not talking over the food, obviously, but talking to me. I'm talking to him, or he's mentioning something, or just, there's no wavelength. I know I'm going all over the place, but you'll attach it sooner or later. I was telling him that where I live, or usually in the ghettos, I'm guessing I'll just throw the ghettos in there. But where I live, there's no wavelength. There's no like, there's none of that. I don't know how to explain it, but that's what I was doing when I was talking to him. I was like, there's no like come to where I live and eat my food and go to the beach and come to where I live. You don't got that here. You got this type of man, fuck the world. Let me get a Lucy. Let me get a cigarette. Let me get a Newport. And I'm telling you, man, I don't know about, I want to say the ghetto of the world or whatever, but it's just seeing that, because that's where I live, seeing that, and then having that conversation with him today about just creativity and imagination. Because going back to what I said about the kids, when you're growing up, they're creative. They just draw stuff. They get crayons, you go, oh, this one is blue, that one's purple, this one's orange. Let me draw something real quick. Oh, what's that? I don't know. Mom, look. If the parents don't really acknowledge, or if they're there to acknowledge and they don't care, then it makes the response that the kid receives from that is like, wow, my parent doesn't even care about what I just did. This is like, the way I see it is we're all wizards or magicians. We can all create. I don't know about anything. I don't know about that yet, but we can create a lot of things out of just thin air. Where do you think everything comes from? Just poof. People sit down and go, they draw it out. They think about it. They talk about it. They're creative. They're trying to progress themselves. That's what human beings do. We don't stay. We're not stagnant creatures. And that's why I actually do believe in evolution. I mean, I'm not sure where we came from, but that theory of evolution, or the theory of evolution, I do give it some props because it makes sense. If I make this cup, right, I'm the first of my branch of my family, my kids and grandkids and whatnot. I'm the first branch of the family to create a cup like this. And if my son or daughter is born into the world, and they want to create a cup, most likely it'll look similar to this cup, but it will be slightly different, to show you that there's always going to be changes, and we're always going to work towards something different, because that's what we do. That's how we work. And when you can't do that, and when you're not doing that, when you are at a job that doesn't require you to use your imagination, you sit there and just press buttons, and you're like, how can I help you? Yeah, hate my life. Like, you can just hear I don't got the word for it, but you can just hear the dreariness, I guess, in people's voice and tone when you speak to you. I know because of the economy, but money shouldn't be the thing that makes people happy. It should be other people being happy, trying to make them happy, make other people happy, make you happy. That's what it should be. It shouldn't be paper and an item involved. Oh, it's your birthday, here's a gift. And what? Just make me a gift, motherfucker. Like, you make me something. Like, don't shortcut yourself. But I guess I strayed off the path of this video a little bit, with this people running away from their problems. We're not taught to be people who say, like this incident, not this incident, but me, members of my group, and the guy I talked to today before I met them or grouped up with them, going home. And this one girl I told you about, if you followed me, I joked about her playing tennis, and she talked about she playing tennis, and I asked her if she grunted like they do on TV, which I find just funny. And she, no, and just over time with me and her talking, I feel this, not wall, but I feel like she's just like, I don't like you, but I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna be a polite human being and just do the right thing. Like, I feel this. I mean, I may be wrong, but I feel that when it comes towards me and her talking, or just her talking on out loud, sometimes it's very like, I mean, probably some personality, but she says like direct words like yes, no, and short answers. Like, she's not open. She's not an open book. She doesn't have to be an open book, but just using that as an example, all of us are not open books, or at least cracked halfway. We're all just these type of books where it's like, you can read the first 2 pages, but after that, you gotta close my book. Like, that's what I receive from people a lot. And I know you can't trust everybody, but I would just like to, enjoy people, I guess. I want to enjoy the world, and I think people are part of the world. And for me to, hold up. And for me to not enjoy people, it's like then you act as a roadblock, and not like I want to kill you or destroy you, but like intellectually and spiritually and creatively, you are roadblocking the way because you don't want to be here, you don't know why you're here, you don't like life, or whatever the case may be, and you don't want to talk about it. So now I'm at the point where I'm standing here and I want to say something, but I think because I'm used to I'm so used to societal standards that I'm thinking in my head that you don't want to talk, while you're thinking while standing like 2 feet away from me that I don't want to talk because that's society. So we're all believing the hype basically, and we're not breaking through and going, you know what? Fuck it. How was your day? Did you eat today? Whatever. I was actually I wish I could record the whole. I should have recorded the whole conversation, but it was a good conversation nonetheless, and I got a lot from it, learned a lot from it. Actually asked myself the question. I told him about this. I asked myself the question either this morning when I was waking up or going to sleep last night, and the question I asked myself was, who is Trav? She got like a hoodie that says that on the back, like basically asking yourself who you are to better understand yourself. So I may make a video on that. I may not, most likely not. I just talked about it, but that's what I was thinking last night or before I woke up. And it's just people are taught to run away from their problems. They're taught to lie. People aren't like I really just want to see like this. I should be like a scientist or something, like this experiment where a child grows up not taught anything about society, not taught anything about religion, politics, the educational system, technology. No, not I won't say technology, but iPads, phones, computers, that money. I want to see a kid just completely unattached to the world we have today, just completely unattached, and compare it to a person who is completely attached, where they have phones, they have iPods, they have tablets, they have computers, they have TVs, he has a PS3, Xbox, a Wii. You got two degrees, and I just want to compare it. Like that has to be a great watch or a great learning experience. The way it sounds in my head, definitely. I would definitely want to see that or sign up. Not sign up for it, but see it, witness it, because we're not taught to want to engage our problems. We're taught to run away, go to psychiatrist. Well, I think going about a psychiatrist. Wait, I think I'm a psychologist. Psychologist. Going to a psychologist or a therapist. It's in a way you're engaging your problems and your issues. I think you're getting help doing that. That's probably what it is. I'm not sure. I don't want to speak on it full, but for the most part, we're taught to just pop a pill, smoke a blunt, drink a beer, go party, go fuck someone, and that will solve everything. But that's all I got to say. Sorry for running your ears into the ground. But that's it for today that I've received mentally through conversation, because I was talking to the guy and I'm feeling it. Like I'm feeling the conversation. Like it wasn't just like, hey, what's going on? Yeah, I don't know. He didn't have the phone out. I didn't have my phone. I don't have the phone. I'm a G myself. I don't have a phone, and we just sitting there. We just like listening to one another, looking into each other's eyes, listening to one another. He said something, I said something. Like, all right. He said something, I said something. He's like, okay. I'm like, yeah. And we're listening. We're actually listening to what each other's saying. And it's not like it's rubbish. It's not like I'm talking twang or nothing. I don't know. But hope you enjoyed this video. That's what happened to me today. Conversation and events that happened to me today I found interesting to talk about right now. So I'll leave you with that. I'll leave you with that also. And have a good one.